We're back. We're lack. We're jack. We're back. We're back. We're back. Ah! It's your cool loop. Guys, I like this game. I don't know if that was apparent. I don't know if I really communicated the fact right. That I like this game. Big fan. Big fun. Big fun. So, I work hard at it. And this is one of those lame-ass MSQ... Actually, not even MSQ. I'm dumb. Not main story quests, side story quests. SSQ. Events, topic, talks, elegance, hate against, I'm rising against. They don't really go anywhere. It's basically, if you want to get through the brass tacks, the meaning of this entire fucking thing, it's just some bullshit motivation that I want to go through for myself. For you as well, because you are a part of myself. Because you're here for some reason. Hopefully you stick to the end, because I have huge insights. No, I'm joking. But basically, moral story, just don't give up. Don't give up. Okay? You're here. You made it. You're breathing. You're stable. You're able to find rare YouTube pools still. So I say your life is the reason. The reason why you should fight. Why you should try so hard. But, for me, I'm gonna go into a couple reasons. Essentially... because I think it's a thing where people are just kind of off-put, they're fearful, they're disturbed at, my general work ethic. Because this is just what I like doing. I like working, I like growing, I like trying very, very hard. You could call me a tryhard, and I would agree with you. I am a tryhard. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. MSQ, oh, I keep going, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm stable. On the pre-recorded footage I have today, we are just doing the Royal Maze, and this is gonna be a little bit of a spoiler because this is the Royal Maze version that you don't get until further in the game. But I was like, fuck it, I need to do it. I haven't done it in forever. Okay, I need to goon. I need to goon. So I goon. And that's the thing, man. Who cares? There's so many things in this world that people are going to be telling us, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that. You're just like, why can't I do that? It's like, because you got to stay alive. You got to stay, but man, we are living our lives. So I feel like, whatever, who cares? If there's anything crazy that you feel like you just gotta get out, get it out. Go to the entire brink. Go the distance. Be the one to see what's at the edge. And go further. Absolutely butt-fuck your life out of existence. Because who cares, really? Who cares? And then from there, of course, we begin to climb. I feel like we all tackle things like addictions and stuff in the wrong way. I feel like, you're not really going to get away from your nature. So, in my eyes, I feel like you should just drown in the shit, completely say disregard, butt-fuck everything else in your life and just go towards that addiction until you absolutely fry your dopamine receptors and you just nothing feels good anymore, and then good, you're there, you're at the point where everything begins. Because in reality, that's where your awareness comes in, and it's like, wait a minute, all of this shit in life is bullshit. There is no good. We're all just deluding ourselves to say that it is. And the good, the real good, comes from the sacrifice, the pain, the anguish that we feel in service of others. Sometimes it's crazy how this works, right? But sometimes for doing something for other people, and it doesn't hurt, and it's not painful, we don't actually think we're helping people. And that was me for a very, 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 very long time. So to get rid of that feeling, because it doesn't have to feel good. It doesn't have to feel exciting or amazing to love someone or to feel love from someone, Because a lot of tasks that we do that help us, that care for us, that are self-love tasks, that are self-disciplined tasks, they aren't that way. They aren't amazing or super powerful or impactful. Something as simple as drinking water or washing your hands or brushing your teeth can be seen as a colossally, exponentially snowballing effective self-love tool. And that's because when you brush your teeth, it doesn't just help your teeth, it helps your discipline, your motivation, your habit forming skills. It helps your breath not be stanky. I don't know. Smells are weird. Smells are weird because I feel like they're a lot like music or video games. In the way that it's kind of like an art form. Somebody can have a horrible, horrible smell to one person. And it can be kind of like, oh shit, you know, I kind of like that. You know, body odor is crazy like that. Breath is also crazy like that. So honestly, I really like, this is sort of like the looks maxing thing, like perfumes and colognes and whatever. Like, you can't just get too deep into perfecting that area. But at the same time, you do got to work on it to some extent. Nobody's just comfortable in locking in on what they feel like is right. It doesn't matter if you feel like it's right and then you run it by somebody else and like, oh yeah, I don't know, but you could consider it. I don't care, man. I don't care. I don't care. Go back to how right it felt before you talked to this retard who thinks they know what it is in life. I don't, man. I'm never going to convince you that I do. I'm just going to tell you what I do, and maybe that relates to you a little bit, and you can use it in your life, because that's the thing with advice. We're never going to fully use the entire advice, and if you do, you take all your fucking problems, and you just go onto YouTube, you go to your friends, you go to your family, then 40 years old, you're going to have a rude awakening. That's all I'm saying, man. We have to learn that this world is made so that we can take care of ourselves. That's the entire point of it. You know, that's the entire like thing with it. All right, and a lot of times this is helpless. This is self-taught, but sometimes your parents are in that same boat. You know, maybe they taught themselves to be helpless because their parents taught them to be helpless, and it's just a self-fulfilling cycle, whatever. But you got to get out of the helplessness by facing your problems. You know, a lot of times back in the day when our parents you know, saw us make a mistake or saw that we had a problem, they called you out of it, you know? They helped you for it, but at the same time, they berated you for it and made you think that you weren't strong enough to handle it on your own. But you are. We all are. You know, that's the crazy thing about the world in general, especially now. But even back in prehistory, modern times, you know, I'd say 19th century, 18th century, it's all been created so that everybody is able to help themselves. That's just how the MMO formed. So people really need to stop getting into this entitled, like, you know, I feed myself, I cook, I clean, so, you know, that makes me so amazing and awesome. And I'm so, like, that's the basis. That's square one. That gets you in the door. Like, congratulations, you're a human. Congratulations, you're a functioning person. And I'm not saying you have to be perfect at doing all these things. I can't do all the things. I can't support myself. You know? I got no money. You know? I don't care how many beds I make or how many glasses of water I drink or how many YouTube videos I make. It don't matter if I ain't got the funds. So, nobody's perfect. Nobody will be perfect. Nobody's trying to be perfect. You think all these people that you perceive as perfect are trying to be perfect? If they were trying to be perfect, they wouldn't be perceived as being perfect. So, you gotta realize that it doesn't matter that you suck right now, okay? And that there's really no reason, because you're probably gonna suck forever. And I'm not telling you that you're not gonna suck forever, because you might suck forever if you don't get around people who are willing to tell you the truth. But what I will tell you is the fact that you're here and you're able to think about working means that you can work, means that you will work. Because you can. Because your life is the reason. We're here to just grow. We're here to just prosper, to just get in that grindstone and wear it down, okay? So that we can protect people. I know there's someone out there that you feel love for, that you feel like this energy needs to be cherished, right? Maybe a cool streamer, maybe a cool YouTuber, maybe the Koopa right here. Who knows? But whatever energy that is, that's why. And it's not because of them, okay? It's because of you. It's because of your life, you know, combined in with them. Because the Koopa would be nothing if nobody watches him. Just like anybody else. But I am not trying to get people to watch me. Besides, of course, myself. This stuff is very entertaining to me. Oh my gosh, I love the way this footage looks. Oh, it looks so good. Oh my god. And you can probably tell, if you ever come to the live stream, I have so many just terrible screenshots, just awful screenshots, just the goonage of the goonage screenshots that I fucking love. Because I'm cringe, and I like this game, and I like how it looks, and I like the designs, and I like the characters, and I like the people, and I like the community. But if you find something that you are very good at, and you find that you have a lot of merit in, you find that it gets you a lot of good results, take a step back. Gain some perspective. How do you feel while you do it? Are you in a relaxed state while you do it? Or after you do it? It doesn't really matter before, because I know our minds are stupid about the future, and especially when it's something we love. The beforehand part, my advice for the beforehand part is to just keep going. Is to just keep doing it. Never stop doing it, because it's very frustrating for me too. I don't think it ever gets easier to start up, a YouTube video and start recording and start talking to you guys. Until I'm already in the flow of like talking on the 3 of them already. And then then it's easy. It's like, okay, next one, So I don't think it's ever really going to get easier. And if it does get easier, then that's a problem, because that means you don't care about it anymore. If it gets easier to just turn on the mic and be like, oh, whatever, just fucking, I don't care, Yeah, then that's it. Like, you don't care. You have to care, You have to. You have to if you want people to care about you. It's a two-way street, baby. Two-way street, baby. I may not know you intrinsically. I may not know every person that stops into the streams. I know there's oh my goodness, I forget his name. I think it's Mitsu Midori something. Starts with an M. Stops in the stream sometimes. Obviously, there's Joe. We like Joe, Big Bro Joe. Got a couple Spanish viewers too, but like I don't know these people. I got no fucking idea who these people are. No clue. No idea. But I have to treat you like you're a friend, like you are essentially me, because that's what I'm doing here. I'm treating myself like a friend, because I do want to understand why I just have this pain welled within me, that I just can't shake, that I've kind of like grown accustomed to, that forces me to be grateful, because it's like, thank you, I can feel again. Like I said, I've been medicated before. I'm not medicated now, and I like it to a certain extent, of course, because it allows me to get to the sad moments, and it allows me to get to the happy moments. And the happy moments are good, but I feel like, honestly, truthfully, the sad moments are better. And it's not like I'm not really like sad on the inside, I'm just sad on the outside. It's like, no, the sadness it's everywhere, but I don't know, it convinces me to adhere to a different input, the sadness. The sadness makes me sort of grateful that there was happy in the first place. It makes me amped to get someone else to never feel like this. And I know I can do it. I know it's possible. I've been doing it for a long time. But at the same time, I know that the pain I'm feeling is not something that is meant to be ignored. So yeah, I feel that. I understand what I want to do, and I'm like, we're gonna take all that information of what you want to do and how you want to heal everyone and give it to you. Because honestly, with the way this world is, maybe it could have been better at a different time, and I'd be on a different place here, and I'd be able to still give wholeheartedly to all the wonderful people that I've met in my life. But now, with the internet, with the way things have evolved, it's just not safe. It is just not safe. Okay? I have to check out, because I know what I do. I know what happens. And yeah, through the whole Twitch and I'm back into streaming process, I have, gone back into Twitch and done the whole streamer gauntlet, and it got pretty crazy before on Twitch, where I was just following a shitload of people, and chilling out on hella streams and whatnot, and it got a little out of hand. But now I'm sort of using it as fuel, just like you use the goon as fuel. You know what I'm saying? It's just all encompassing, and you have to have some vices. I think in the near future, for me, definitely don't want to delve into them. But you realize it's gotten you here. It's not something that's gonna take everything away immediately. As much as I don't like the fact that I watch a lot of streams and that I feel super lonely, and that on top of feeling super lonely, I can't really talk or socialize with people, I have to still use it. Because just stopping cutting cold turkey is going to do far more damage than just, driving it forward. Using that as, okay, You do a little bit of this, and then you'll go outside and actually associate. You know, whatever it is. You'll try. You'll work out. You'll do this. You'll do a self-help care tool. You'll play with Mr. Dog. Gracie, I see you here. I know. I'm working. There you go. You know, you'll do something that truly gives you light, and then you do the vice thing. I feel like friends, relationships, people in our lives can be our vices. They can do that for us. You know, but you have to treat them like that. And not try to take care of your vice. Like, how would I fucking look if I tried to take care of all these streamers, like the fucking 8 million streamers that I watch? Or even like, I don't know, man. Even some people who are just like, I want to take care of this one streamer. It's like, yeah, she doesn't, or he doesn't really know you, or like you, or need you in their life. You're 1 in a million. I'm not saying your money doesn't count. I'm just saying, you know, the best part about you, my dear chatter, is your view. And that's about it. Your view. And second comes your engagement. You know, but the view is very, very important. And I stopped Twitch a while ago because I figured that views weren't really being counted. I figured this out, you know, before the whole botting thing even occurred. And I was like, you know what? I don't really chat in places. I'm not really that guy. Because the aforementioned stress that came with that and the experience that I've had with getting too involved, you know? Just, I am not used to, you know, hearing or understanding people's problems and not wanting, you know, to do something, you know, not wanting to take action immediately. And yeah, it's crazy that I never realized that I didn't treat myself like this. Like I would hear my problems all the time in my own head, and I would never take action on them. You know, I would be like, yeah, fuck it, it's my problem. You know, nobody needs to help me with it. I don't need any assistance for this. You know, nobody wants to help me with this. Nobody has any time to help me with this. You know, nobody really cares enough to reach out to see what I'm going through with this because they didn't ask. All this comes in, you know, and that's an even bigger problem, right? Inherently. Because it's like the problem then lies. It's like you don't trust that you have value. You know, so where did the abundance come from? It came from the faith that I was providing a lot. It just wasn't me, you know? I was just a vessel for whatever was there. And yeah, I feel like a lot has been given to me from maybe a past life, a past perspective or whatever. But yeah, the gifts come with a curse. It's the awareness, it's the pain, it's the hurt, it's the whatever. But I do acknowledge the stat growths. Like, it's very easy for me to just, I don't know, give up everything just to make somebody else feel happy. Like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Like, morals, you know what I'm saying? My own opinions, whatever. You know, it's like a logic. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw it all to the wind. I don't care. It doesn't really matter to me. My humanity is for other humans. And you got to realize that if you gain super crazy amounts of love, then you got to realize that you have to stay here just because you're you, just because you deserve it, because your life is valuable. You know what I'm saying? And then we don't need really any other reasons. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. You don't need any other reasons to not give up. You just got to have the faith and the abundance to know that, yeah, that on this life roller coaster, you will go down. You will fall. 100%. And it's going to suck. But you got to be grateful for that suck. You got to be like, ooh, you sucked me so... You sucked and fucked me, life. And I am grateful. And I am grateful. A lot of things will go wrong. A lot of things will go bad, awkward, weird. Here, no breaks. A lot of things will be awkward. But you got to look at failure as an opportunity. An opportunity to make something into a greater version of it. And that's something being you. That's something being your psyche. You can try to make the situation better. But I would implore you to stay away from attempting to make people into better people. Because that's it's part of the reason why I crashed out so much, man. You know, you try to sort of just lead by example. You kind of try to teach a little bit. To show a different perspective. And just in my eyes, all the time, I just get understood so freaking often. So freaking often. So that's, yeah, good reason to give up. Good fucking reason to give up is just the misunderstandings. And I'd say Sure, I get you there. But you can always change route. You can give up on that direction. You can give up for that time. You know, maybe it's not that time to do it this way. But on the goal, definitely figure out your why. When you figure out your why, you know, it's going to be impossible to stop. Because your why should be something different than just, I want a girlfriend, or I want money, or whatever. If it is something that's, the objective, then I just implore you to go deeper. It's like, you want a girlfriend to do what with? To goon to her? Do you want her to heal this for you? Do you want someone to talk to? You want money to do what? Do you want to travel? Do you want to, and quantify that. Quantify that. If I want a girlfriend, what rate, You want an 8? You want a 7? You want a girl who's really rich? You want a girl who's really poor? You want a girl with a good attitude? You want a girl with a bad attitude? Quantify it. Quantify it. Get real fucking specific, okay? And if you want money, same thing, man. How fast do you want it? What amount? What level? You gotta quantify this shit. And that's mostly for you to just be able to put it into perspective and see that, over time, things are getting better. And just from that data, it's going to be depressing, but just from that data, you'll know how long it's going to take. And it's going to take a lot longer than you probably realize. For a lot of us, it's just because the meta has evolved. It's evolved to a crazy amount. And all in all, I don't think it's a horrible thing to grow better and stronger. I think that's the whole point of life. And I think the real problem is that people are growing up. Jesus Christ. People are giving up. Yeah, people are getting grown up thinking that, the whole world is there to help them and to make everything easier for them. And that is a huge lie. That is probably the biggest lie of the millennials. The millennial mistake. We are the coddled generation. And the phones kind of fucked us over with that, man. They had us thinking the world was on our side. It's not on your side. The only thing on your side is Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. God, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Sit. That was retarded. You can go ahead and unsub. You go ahead and unsub. I understand. I understand. It's okay. You'll be back. I've already infested your recommended videos because you've watched fucking 20 minutes of this shit. I don't know how. You're probably on another tab, but come back. Look at these tentacles. This is good. This is good. This is good content. I was gonna say something else. It's good corn tint, if you know what. Oh, Jesus Christ. But the main objective of life is to live it for 1, 2, 3, 4 yourself, for you, so that you enjoy it. Okay, I understand that we may have weird things that we enjoy. For example, like I've talked about in this episode. And this is gonna feel so weird to hear for some people, but I'm gonna say it loud and clear. And if it makes you uncomfortable, it makes you uncomfortable. I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand myself, so I have to put thoughts like this out there because I really don't see too many people talking like this. But I like being sad. I like depression. Jaden Smith said it right. Depression is infectious and it's awesome. It's great. It's fantastic. I'm super appreciative of it. And yeah, I'm not even gonna deny that one of the main reasons I got off the medication is because it's like it didn't allow me to fucking get to that space, that mood. And it's not even like it's happy-go-lucky. You're only gonna hear me and see me doing happy-go-lucky on here. Guys, it's not happy-go-lucky all the time. I'm just gonna be real with you. It's not. I'm an entertainer at heart, 100%. So you're never gonna see me come on here and be like a whole, oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sad. I'm sorry if you like that from all your cute anime girls or booby streamers. I don't like that from guys though. So, probably glad I'm not doing that. But I do enjoy the sadness way more. And that's because I feel like for the longest time in life, I just skipped the angry. I skipped the angry because I knew the angry doesn't really help me. I like to make a lot of decisions every day. That's why I play MMOs. I like to use a lot of my brain power because I don't like thinking. When I think, I get depressed. And thus, yeah, it's like a never-ending cycle. If I sit in one spot, then depression is gonna make me constantly think about things and make decisions and blah blah blah. But if I just keep moving, if I just keep trying, if I just go because I have no fucking reason, because I just go. I'm not saying it feels great, but it just feels. It just feels. And a lot of times we have to be grateful for just the sensation of being alive. It's kind of a crazy thing to conceptualize, but especially here in America, many first world countries, there's a sort of air that everyone is against us, and the whole world is crumbling down upon itself. But if you just hold in yourself this gratitude for the simplest type shit, you know, like you grab your door handle and open it and be like, holy shit, my window didn't break and everything fucking crumbled and destroyed itself inside. Holy shit, my car still works and didn't get frozen over. You know, like the smallest things, man. The smallest things. I've made so many mistakes in my life that I guess I'm grateful for not making mistakes. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how that work. How that work, baby. But a baby got to do what a baby got to do. And I'm not ready to give up on, you know, not only what got me here, but the path, the vision for where I want to go. I'm not giving up on that. And it's wide, it's all encompassing, it's a little scary, right? Of course. But I know it's worth it. I know not a lot of people are looking for what I'm looking for. And I'm not afraid to do weird shit to get it anymore. Because, like, I just don't care about the respect from, you know, people who don't really respect themselves. And I realize that. I'm not throwing stones at you guys, man. I didn't respect myself either. That's why I followed you. So, now that you know the reason, I implore you, my friend, respect yourself. Be grateful for what you have and what you're going to receive. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. But you don't really have to work for it. Nobody does. It's all been previously ordained, you know? You don't have to quote-unquote work for it, but you do have to not give up. Do you understand me, sir? Do you understand me, sir? Okay? Life is about the human experience. It means there will be rises, there will be falls, there will be fails, there will be successes, but who really the fuck cares? Your life is here. You are here to succeed, achieve, go hard, go ham, go jam a jam, not get fucking destroyed by tentacle monsters. Jesus Christ. It's so funny because I was trying to do a quick battle here. Just to go straight to boss, and then the tentacles were like, no! You need to get your buddy over here! Alright, chill out, guys. Chill, guys! Guys! The world is truly made up of a lot of random circumstances. A lot of people don't view it this way, but honestly, since, like, as mentioned earlier in the video, if you guys are paying attention, I care about my opinions, about my life, about, you know, whatever morals or whatever I have. I just say whatever it is I have to say to go to my goal. And normally, my goal is just to make the other person happy. Now, we are not in normal times. I am no longer a normal person. Maybe I never was. But now my goal is direct towards self-understanding, self-actualization, true individuation, you know, and really locking into this abundance thing. Because if I'm really abundant, then there's no reason. There's no reason I should be this broke. And of course, it's always an up and down, ebb and flow. But yeah, you have to lock in on it. And like I said, it's gonna feel weird for the longest of times, man. But as most buildings, as most things are conceptualized, it doesn't look right until it's basically done. Until you basically don't have to work on it at all. Yeah, so if you're very confused on where to go, what to do, this is not an ad. This is just, you know, generally my ideas on how to go towards this objective. You gotta visit the childhood. It's a very old game for me. Came out 2012, back when I was still in high school. And of course I couldn't play it when I was in high school. I was playing Dragon Quest VIII. I don't think I got 9 on the DS until very, very, very much later. But you gotta just go back to what drove you forward in childhood. And it doesn't really matter if it's something that's inherently monetizable. Like I said, you just have to have that abundance, man. I don't care if you don't have time, if it really drove you to just be, to be present, to be here in childhood, you're gonna have the time. Maybe not every day, maybe not all the time, but you're gonna have the time. Be grateful for whatever time you have. And, you know, honestly, it's gonna feel boring, it's gonna feel crazy because you're not gonna really want or have the space for anything else. And obviously, if you do let other things take up space, it's gonna slow things down. Obviously, it's a lot. But you're here. You are made for a reason. We're all here for some concept, and you'll never figure that out unless you take the time for yourself to do just that. I'll figure it out. Hopefully we figure out this playthrough quite soon. Who knows though? Who knows though? I will say, I'm just happy. You know, I'm just happy that I'm able to be sad. I'm happy that I'm able to be happy. Happy that I'm able to do the cosplays. The cosplays are going well. The cosplays are super cool. But yeah, you can't be too angry at yourself or whatever over what you do. I am, and this is kind of why I mention it a lot, I am very embarrassed of the gooning and the awkwardness of my chat lurkerage, you know? Because although I love performing, I know it feels weird. It's a very, very awkward dynamic in rooms like this, which is why I appreciate that early on, not a lot of people actually talk to you until you get your feet wet. You know, I'd appreciate it if my chat was dead for 10 years. I would appreciate that. You know, I might just put it on emote only when it really gets too rambunctious. But yeah, I think for me, it really does help. Just being in streams, just hanging out there. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm weird, but having like 3 anime girls staring at me from 3 different devices, I don't need more feminine energy in my space after that. You know, it's like, geez, and you want the good after that? Like, ooh, geez, ooh. You can calm down there, right? So, and overall, still, I think the goal really isn't to like destroy the habit, because I don't know, man. I like how horny I am. You know, I like that the drive is still in me. You know, for possibly maybe someone in the future, but I don't know. It's just fun to be horny. It's just really bored to not be horny. So. Yeah, I'd say, all in all, just keep going, you know? You are the reason. You are the reason that you're here. And for you, my friend, anything is possible. You can do anything. Nobody really fucking cares. That's the main thing that really sucks and is also amazing about life. Is that nobody really does care, man. You know? So, you don't need to crash out thinking that you're hurting everyone or saving everyone. You're really doing nothing to anyone. Ever. At all. Except for yourself, really. Because you don't know what's going on in their minds. So it could be absolutely nothing. They could be dead in the water. And you're just wasting all your energy swandering and swirling around in the toilet. But you'll never know. We don't really want to know. You know, people like me, I thrive on that mysterious, you know, ambiguous energy. Like that's my entire MO. That's how I've operated my entire life. And because of that, I'm not worried. You know, I'm really in this state of life where I don't want anyone to deal with me. I don't want to deal with anyone. And, you know, a lot of people would be in this state and be like, oh my gosh, what if nobody ever talks to me ever again? And I'm like, ooh, man, wouldn't that be wonderful? But even still right now, in this phase, I get chances, I get opportunities, I get invited to parties, and then I get awkward messages and ghosted, you know, randomly after getting invited to things. But it is what it is. You're here. You have your life. You have your grind. And nothing else is really needed. Cooperate with yourselves in the comments. I appreciate everything that comes to me and everything that doesn't. I will see you next time. Enjoy more gaming!
First in the night, looking out nowhere, where it's all money in the nerve. Pain in my eyes, anytime I find I'm stronger than I ever was. If we go again, God, shine your love on me. Save me, please.